Hello and welcome, Gemini, to your zodiac messages. We're looking into what do people love about you versus what they dislike about you. We're going to look into a general spread as well as love and relationships. Keep in mind to receive only what resonates, release anything that doesn't resonate with you, and that oftentimes what people don't like about us is their own unhealed or unprocessed shadow. So let's go ahead and begin. What do people love about Gemini? What do people love about Gemini? What do people love about Gemini? You spill the tea, you spill the beans, you tell the truth. You take leadership and ownership here. With the Eight of Swords, you help free people from their own mental confinements of overthinking. You have a very generous and beautiful nature here. People want to work with you because you're fun, you're charismatic, you're joyful. You have, this sense of a really playful, youthful energy here with the Page of Cups. And with the Three of Pentacles, you also have, and the Emperor energy, it's like you have the experience. You have that experience or that expertise with the Eight of Pentacles with work. You love the work that you do is something else that's coming through here. Whenever you help people overcome something with a Strength card, that kind of to me represents the Devil energies around. When they're overthinking or they're in fear or they're stuck, you have that really warm, loving presence that, you can just come up and give somebody a big hug and help them feel better. You have a very grounding presence as well, Gemini. That is something that people love about you. And you bring forth, again, kind of a light energy whenever there's a lot of density or a lot of fear. You also are very comical, very, there's kind of that energy of being outgoing and expressive, and almost exuberant or, just incredibly joyful. That's another message that's coming through here. But with the Emperor energy, you have the experience, people come to you for your expertise. You've definitely earned that throne that you're sitting on here. And whatever it is that you're doing, you're very passionate about it. Whatever that is for your, your work. You look at that Three of Pentacles energy here, and again, you have the Three of Pentacles here. It's like you've built that foundation. And there's also this sense of, maybe you work in some sort of career where there's a lot of contracts involved, and you have kind of acquired a lot of contracts or a lot of interest in what you do because people love to work with you because you have that beautiful playful balance with the seriousness when you need the seriousness and that leadership. You also have a lot of resources that you bring to the table, and I feel like some of them are very entertaining, right? Some of them are very entertaining, and some of them are also just those skill sets that you have that you bring forth that people truly appreciate here. And you don't rest on your laurels. You continue to evolve and advance in your career, and that's something else that people see when there's something that you want to work on, or if there's something that since you are an air sign, if you get too much in your head about something, with that Strength card here, I feel like you're able to overcome it. So if you had trouble, if you had trouble with anxiety or stress, you would find the resources, or you would, utilize those resources to get yourself back on track. You wouldn't sit there and make excuses and just sit there in your own, your own fear. You would definitely take that action. I feel like some of you have a great amount of faith here with whatever that you believe in. You have this faith, or you have this connection with the divine where you feel like the divine has your back. And even if you don't know how to solve this situation, the divine is here for you. And people do see that. People definitely see that. I feel like your prayers or your channeled energy is also very powerful, and you see results through that as well. But there's a lot of passionate energy here. There's a lot of building and growing energy here as well. So I feel like people appreciate that you continue to grow and evolve, and that you're kind of looking to the next thing. Again, with contracts, you might have, you know, different roles that you play. You know, you might be an actor, an actress, but there's something here where it does, like, you receive these different contracts here. And there's something about your efforts and your experiences being shown in some way, like either through a trophy or through an award or something like that, because he's looking at his work there, right? So, you know, for some of you too, you could work with your hands. You could, you know, build or create things with your hands. And, you know, you get to look and be satisfied with your work. And I feel like you are very satisfied with your work, whatever that is here. But people feel like you create beautiful work, whatever that is. You know, if it is like an acting role, or if it is, you know, you make figurines, or you make some form of physical art, or, you know, maybe you draw up contracts, maybe, you know, you write books, like just whatever this is for you. It's like people really appreciate your work, and your expertise and your authority comes through in the work that you do, and that's, you know, very clear and obvious. Yet at the same time, you know, there's that beautiful playful side with the Page of Cups energy. And then again, I feel like you blurt things out, so like you spill the tea, or you share things, and you have incredible timing humor wise, which like makes people laugh and makes people want to, you know, be around you and work with you. Okay. All right, let's see. What do people not like about Gemini? 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 Okay, so starting off here, we have the Five of Pentacles. So what I'm getting is that I feel like when you're doing something, like you really get absorbed into it, whatever it is, whatever you're creating, building, working on, and you kind of lock yourself away. I feel like you're in this building and people are on the outside and they're like, what is going on? You know, like these are your friends and they want to go out with you, or this is, you know, people that want your time and attention. I feel like, again, you kind of create that sacred space for yourself, especially when you're going through, you know, any sort of change, or you're working, you know, very hard on something. That's something that I'm seeing here, and that's something that people are frustrated by. Some of you too, like you might sacrifice money for doing what you love. So like you'll make sacrifices to not make as much money, but to do what you feel is valuable and what you love over what maybe society feels is valuable or other people feel is valuable. That's something else that I'm seeing here. Some of you, you know, you take on too much responsibility, and that can affect your health and wellness, and that's something else that, you know, people notice here. But yeah, I'm seeing like if you're, again, like an actor or performer, like you rehearse until like the early hours, you know, of the morning. You take things very seriously. That's something else that's coming through here. You also stand your ground when it comes to like your decisions. You don't back down with a King of Pentacles. You stand your ground. And you can be very closed-minded when it comes to people trying to manipulate you, or, you know, people trying to offer, like, you know, there's the Five of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles doesn't need the Five of Pentacles, right? He's already quite established and set up here. So, you know, there's the sense of somewhat keeping things to yourself. And then in the same respect, I feel like people around you feel like they're entitled to your time, your energy, or your money. So that's a bit alarming. That's something that I feel like, again, has built this strength energy with the bull, where you stand your ground and you protect what is valuable to you, including your time and your energy. That's something that I see there. we have the Two of Swords in reverse, okay? And so what I get with that is like you make sudden decisions. Sometimes you don't really think them through. You just are spontaneously making decisions here. And I feel like you'll spontaneously also like cut people out of your life too. That's something that's coming through here. With the Two of Swords in reverse. The other message we have is the Three of Cups. So sometimes people feel like you have too much fun. You have too much fun. Or maybe the way you make decisions is you're like, is this fun for me or not? You know, and people would like, you know, would expect you to be making more responsible decisions, right? Because I think what you value is different from what other people value. And that's something that's coming through here. And I feel like you don't say no when it comes to parties and get-togethers. Like, I feel like that's something you're always going for. And that's part, I think, of your creative process, where you're like, you know what, I've been working hard enough. Or like, if you have some sort of challenge, you're like, I'm gonna go and go have some fun, go live a little, you know, for a while, go enjoy my life, and then I'll be inspired, invigorated, and then I'll get the answer. Like, you have a certain process here with that. And with your kind of inspiration. We also have the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups energy. So with this Ace of Pentacles, if you see in that hand, there is, you know, a scarab beetle, which speaks of kind of the transformation energy. And so with the Ace of Pentacles, you know, again, it's like you do things your way, even though you make sacrifices that other people don't necessarily understand. And then it pays off, because there is that path, there's the garden path, and there's that Ace of Pentacles. Like, maybe you focus on like a certain process of transformation first, and you know that that's going to bring about this value. Or maybe you turn down roles. Like, I don't know why I keep getting an actor or actress, but maybe you turn down roles that you know aren't in alignment with your value, and then you get this sudden big, you know, role with the Ace of Pentacles. That beginning that, you know, you truly appreciate and you love here. I think that sometimes people feel like you are moody or sensitive. That's another message that is coming through here. They might feel like you have mood swings. That's something. Or like you make up your mind quickly, or you change your mind quickly, and that can be, you know, bring some confusion. You also listen to your heart, and I think that is, you know, something that other people don't necessarily understand. Like, I don't feel like you chase paper. I feel like you invest in true value. Okay? And like I said, like, there might have been these smaller roles or smaller opportunities that you're like, no, not for me, not for me. Even if, like, you know, you were sacrificing some things here in your life. You're like, no, that's not for me. I'm waiting for what I know is what I want and what I feel in my heart, and the role or the opportunity. Like, that's something, you know, you're not afraid to go through that process where people don't really understand the process. I feel like you not only understand the process, you have your own process that works for you, if that makes sense. You also have a lot of trust here and faith that, you know, I think people don't necessarily understand. It's like before something comes in, you can feel it and you know it, and it's not showing up, you know, but you believe in it, and then it shows up, and people are like, you were right, you know, you were right. They're kind of surprised by that. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into love and relationships for Gemini. For the Gemini viewers, when it comes to their love interest or partner, what does their partner or love interest love about them? What does Gemini's partner or love interest love about them? They love that you're always trying to improve things within the connection. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So like you're always assessing things and wanting to do better. So I feel like that's not just in your career, but that's also in your love and relationships. That's something that's coming through here. I also feel like, you know, you have a lot of endurance in your life and a lot of patience, and like that also translates to your love and relationships when it comes to like overcoming, you know, any sort of challenges or obstacles here. You also are incredibly passionate and affectionate, and you do have some sort of belief in like spiritual connections and what's destined and what's meant to be, because we do have the Judgment here, the Ace of Wands. So like you might tell your partner like you know that you're meant to be, you're made for each other, that sort of energy, or you believe in some sort of like spiritual connection, or that's something that I think that this person, you know, adores and loves hearing. You know, you might also like have a family, or like have specific visions or things where, you know, you share that with this partner, and that's something that puts their mind at rest, you know, that they know that you're the one that they chose, or that you chose, excuse me, and they know that they chose the right one here as well. We also have the Devil energy and the Fool. So like they love that you're spontaneous and that you're playful and that, you know, you're wild. Like you have this wild, hilarious energy also is what's coming through that they love. But they feel like they have a destiny with you, this energy. Like there's definitely, maybe you have a family, or you're going to be having a family, or talking about that or something. That might be something here. But you also, you know, you have a lot of patience with your partner in making decisions, especially, you know, important life decisions. You have a lot of patience, and you look at all, you know, all the different sides, and you take your time. I get like almost like different personalities too. So like you bring out these different, you know, personalities with this partner, this love interest, and that's something that they love or they enjoy. Like again, maybe if you're an actor and actress, like, you know, you kind of like play that role, or just like a really playful, you know, with the voices that you use, or you know, you bring that into the relationship, and this person, you know, finds that to be a lot of fun. You're also up for anything, you know, you're up for anything, and I think that they appreciate that. You know, you like the spontaneous adventures. And you do take risks here. You do take risks with the Fool energy. And I think sometimes you allow yourself to, you know, listen to your shadow, and your shadow to direct you. But this person enjoys that, because I think this person feels very secure in your connection. They have some sort of reassurance from you that you are the one, that you're the one that they want, that they're the one that you want to build, you know, a life with. And I feel like, yeah, they feel like they're in alignment, that you're in alignment, or that you're on the same page. But you are incredibly adventurous and fun and exciting, and they enjoy that too. You know, and you also bring them into like your decisions. You know, you care about how they feel. You take that all into consideration. Like you balance your work and your love life in a very beautiful way, and you keep things exciting. You definitely keep things exciting. Okay, so what does Gemini's love interest or partner not like about them? Okay. So what this person or this energy does not like is sometimes they feel like things are too good to be true. Like you're creating an illusion, you're creating a fantasy, but it's not real. And at some point, they're going to wake up and they're going to realize that, it was all a lie or something like that. Like that's kind of the energy. You make them feel like they're in a dream. Okay. So they sometimes have a hard time with that. The other message that I'm getting is they can't really communicate their joy or their feelings. And that's something that frustrates them, that they feel like they can't reciprocate their love in the ways that you can. And that's something that is frustrating to them. They also feel like you go out a lot, or like you follow your bliss. You follow your bliss, and that's something else that sometimes I think they get frustrated by. For some of you, if you are like in a relationship and this person who's interested in you, knows that you're in a relationship, that's obviously something that's frustrating to them, that they can't be in a connection with you. I feel like you take a very long time to get ready, or a very long time to like go anywhere, and that's something else. Like you take your time, you pay attention to the details, you go at your own pace or your own speed, and that's something that I think this person, is frustrated by. For some of you, like they worry about your health and your like wellness, like your nutrition. Like maybe you skip meals because like you're so consumed in what you're doing, and they worry about that. So like they're always like packing you food or something like that. That's something else that's coming through. Some of you drive very slow. That's another message. You drive very slow, and that drives this person crazy. It's good to be safe. It's good to be safe. For those of you who don't want a relationship, you might keep somebody at arm's distance, and it might feel like you're just kind of stringing them along, or leading them on, and that just feeds their insecurities and fears, because maybe what you want isn't traditional, or maybe you don't want a relationship, so you kind of drag things out. That's something else that's coming through. You might even have these outbursts, I'm seeing, like if something, because there's kind of a sense of perfectionism in your work that you do, so like you kind of have these outbursts sometimes. You get frustrated, and that's something else that's coming through, because this man here is like crinkling up paper, and obviously is very aggravated because he can't get the right words out, or something like that. And I think this has to do again with when you go to do that work, and you kind of lock yourself away, and you're just focused on that work. You're very passionate about it. I also feel like you're always happy, or you appear to be always happy, and that also irritates this person. You appear to be happy and balanced with the Temperance. But yes, this person definitely gets wrapped up in their head. They compare your relationship to like their friends' relationships, or what other people want from them, and that creates, some challenges for them, where they get stuck in their head about the relationship, wanting it to look like their friends' relationships, or, what's mirrored around them. That's something else. And I think if there's like something this person doesn't like about you, that they want you to change, they fear like it will never change. Okay? That's another message that's coming through. Yes, there's like some sort of habit or unhealthy coping mechanism. That's something that they worry about. And for some of you, you are non-committal, okay? And so this person is concerned about cheating. So, right, well, that's what I have for you, Gemini. Receive what resonates, release anything that doesn't. Thank you so much for joining me. Take the best care of yourself. And if you would like more content, I do have a Patreon Bloom membership that's linked below, and all my Oracle decks are on sale right now, and my shop is linked below. Take the best care of yourself. Remember only to receive what resonates, release anything that doesn't, and I will see you soon.